I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
Big news has come from the 2026 MotoGP paddock. Prima Pramac Yamaha MotoGP rider, Toprak Razgatlioglu, returned to the track to test Yamaha's latest V4 engine at the Brno circuit in the Czech Republic. This test is one of the most important events for Yamaha, as they continue to refine their new generation bike before entering the second half of the 2026 MotoGP season. Brno is no stranger to Yamaha's V4 project. Since mid-development, Yamaha has used the legendary circuit several times as a mobile laboratory to gather crucial data on the characteristics of their new engine. Even since last year's private test, Yamaha has been seen seriously developing a complete V4 package with aerodynamic updates that differ from the old M1 concept. The situation is now much more interesting. While previously, the V4 bike was primarily ridden by Yamaha test riders, this time Toprak is a key figure in the development process. The presence of the three-time Superbike world champion provides a new perspective for Yamaha engineers due to his highly aggressive riding style under braking and corner entry. According to various reports throughout the season, Toprak has continued to show improvements in adapting to Yamaha's V4 bike. The Turkish rider admitted that corner exit acceleration is one of the main strengths he feels from Yamaha's new engine compared to the previous generation. Today's test in Brno is believed to focus on several key areas. First, improving engine braking characteristics, which has been a major concern for Toprak over the past few rounds. Second, improving power distribution in the mid-range to make the bike easier to control when entering slow corners. Furthermore, Yamaha is also continuing to develop a new aerodynamic package, which was previously seen in several private tests at Brno. For Yamaha, the V4 project is not just about developing a bike for this season. The Japanese manufacturer is building a long-term foundation to compete again against Ducati, Aprilia, KTM, and Honda. Yamaha executives even admitted that they have entered a new era of development and can no longer rely on the old concepts that have defined the M1 for years. Interestingly, Brno is also a circuit that suits Toprak's character quite well. While competing in World SBK, he had an excellent track record and consistently performed competitively. This experience is expected to help him provide more detailed feedback to Yamaha technicians regarding the V4's behavior in various track conditions. And here is the complete news. The 2026 MotoGP paddock is once again buzzing with attention for Yamaha. Today, Toprak Razgatlioglu returned to the Brno circuit in the Czech Republic to continue testing the new V4 engine, Yamaha's biggest project in years. This test is more than just a regular practice session, but a crucial part of Yamaha's efforts to catch up with its European rivals, who have dominated MotoGP in recent seasons. Since deciding to abandon its old concept and switch to V4 engine development, Yamaha has faced enormous challenges. The Japanese manufacturer is aware that it must make radical changes if it wants to once again challenge for the World Championship. That's why every test session is invaluable, especially when a key rider like Toprak Razgatlioglu is directly involved in the development process. Toprak's presence in this project has indeed brought a new dimension to Yamaha's development. Since joining MotoGP, the Turkish rider has brought a different riding style than previous Yamaha riders. Toprak is known as one of the riders with the best braking skills in motorcycle racing. His ability to control the bike when entering corners often makes it difficult for rivals to keep up. For this reason, Yamaha is very interested in getting direct input from Toprak. Toprak's desired motorcycle characteristics are believed to help Yamaha find a more aggressive development direction. For years, Yamaha has been known for its very smooth and easy-to-ride motorcycles, but they often lacked in peak power and acceleration compared to Ducati and KTM. With the introduction of the V4 engine, Yamaha hopes to maintain their motorcycle's agility while improving straight-line performance. Today's test at Brno became even more interesting as several sources in the paddock reported that Yamaha had introduced several updates to its V4 package. The main focus of the test was reportedly on corner exit acceleration, engine braking characteristics, and rear-end stability when tires began to degrade. During the first few rounds of the 2026 season, Toprak repeatedly stated that he was still searching for the ideal balance between his riding style and the characteristics of Yamaha's V4 engine. Although the new motorcycle boasts more power than the previous generation, there are still several areas that require refinement to maximize riders' utilization. This is where the Brno test is crucial. The circuit, with its combination of fast and slow corners, is considered ideal for testing various aspects of the motorcycle's performance. Yamaha engineers can obtain comprehensive data on the motorcycle's behavior in various conditions. From acceleration and braking to cornering stability, to tire management during race simulations. Toprak himself appeared very enthusiastic throughout the development program. He was seen discussing the bike at length with Yamaha technicians several times after completing each lap. Every detail he felt on the bike was recorded in detail for later analysis by the engineers in the garage. Many observers believe that Yamaha is now beginning to see tangible results from its V4 project. Compared to the beginning of development, Yamaha's latest bike has shown significant improvements. Straight-line speed has increased, acceleration is more aggressive, and the ability to compete with European bikes is also beginning to emerge. However, Yamaha is aware that their work is far from over. Ducati remains the main benchmark in MotoGP. Aprilia continues to develop into one of the fastest bikes on the grid. Meanwhile, KTM and Honda continue to introduce new innovations every race weekend. The intense competition forces Yamaha to work harder than ever before. Amidst this situation, Toprak's presence is a valuable asset. His experience as a Superbike world champion has made him accustomed to working on motorcycle development projects. He's not only focused on race results, but also understands how to provide detailed feedback to the engineers. Brno itself holds special significance for Toprak. This legendary track was the venue for his incredible performances during his World SBK career. That's why many believe Toprak can bring out his best when testing the bike on this circuit. Every lap today is aimed not only at setting the fastest time, but also at finding solutions to improve Yamaha's performance in the long term. What's most interesting is the renewed optimism within the Yamaha team. A few months ago, many doubted whether the V4 project could develop quickly enough to compete with its rivals. However, recent test results are beginning to show that it's clear that Yamaha is on the right track. The lap time gap with the leading riders is narrowing, while the bike's performance consistency continues to improve. If today's test results meet expectations, it's possible Yamaha will bring some of these new components to the next race. This could be great news for fans who have long awaited Yamaha's revival in MotoGP. For Toprak, every test session is an opportunity to become more familiar with the V4 bike. The more kilometers he covers, the greater his understanding of the bike's characteristics. And the better the connection between rider and bike, the greater the chance of achieving surprising results in the second half of the 2026 season. As the sun shone over the Brno circuit today, Yamaha and Toprak were working tirelessly again. They know that every lap, every piece of data, and every small change could be the key to more competitive performance. The V4 project, Yamaha's long-cherished hope, is now entering an increasingly crucial phase. If all goes according to plan, it's possible the MotoGP world will soon witness the best version of Toprak Razgatlioglu on the Yamaha V4. And when that day comes, rivals may have to start preparing for a new threat from Japanese manufacturers, who are slowly, but surely making their way back to the front of the pack.